Today is National Power Rangers Day. It's the birthday of Power Rangers, and I want to say happy birthday, Power Rangers. I never thought that a TV show that's, 30 years ago would still be around today. I generally thought that maybe after a while, after the Zordon era, like the show would disappear and no one would ever kind of comment on it, but it's still around, and I've got to say I am very impressed. You outlived a lot of stuff, ER, like that's one thing that always sticks in my mind, where it's like, oh, by the way, Power Rangers outlived ER. I kind of really wanted to talk about my experience with Power Rangers since day one, since it graced the good old TV here in the UK. It was something magical. Now, I've probably talked about this or mentioned it in my last video that I did on Power Rangers Day, but effectively what happened was I was at my grandparents and I wanted to like flick through the TV channels. I was quite young at the time and I found this one show, and I remember, like, I've never done this with any TV show. As soon as it aired, I literally put my hands on the screen. I was watching it. I was fascinated by this TV show. I'd never seen anything like it, and the world had never seen anything like it at all, which is a good thing. Now, I do think that any other show will never be able to do what it is. Never shut down highways, never fill out theme parks, or like the Universal, like, is it the auditorium or whatever it was. Like, I don't think like any TV show will ever do that whatsoever. And I'm kind of glad that I wasn't there in Orlando, but I saw pictures of it, I saw everything. But I'm glad that I grew up with Power Rangers. I've met some fantastic people along the way. I've met some of my best friends. I have met some of my closest friends as well. And I want to say thank you to Power Rangers for doing that. It's something that when I started this channel, it all wasn't going to be about Power Rangers. It was going to be about lots of different things, but I've kind of mainly talked about Power Rangers on this channel for God knows how many times. The show has done so much for me, and I'm so glad that I can talk about it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll bust the balls of Power Rangers, when the time comes. If the show isn't doing right, if something's not going right at all, I will talk about it. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, it's all good. I want to talk about it because I want this brand to carry on far into the future until either Super Sentai finishes, Power Rangers just literally go, no one goes, oh, we can't do this anymore, or that's it. Like literally 100% it's all gone. But I will continue talking about the show because I love the show. So when I've met people, I met one of my closest friends, Matt, and he was the first person that I was able to buy a Power Ranger helmet. It was the Green Ranger, and I was so excited about it because this was something completely different. I cosplayed as Power Rangers. I've met other people like Ollie, who is one of my best friends, as well as Graham, who's one of my best friends, as well as Johnny, who is one of my best friends. And I feel like this show has opened the doors to multiple things. Like, I was able to do a project with Johnny about Power Rangers, and I was able to fly across the world and make a kind of a small documentary about why people loved Power Rangers, and I really want to finish that off. I have so much more to do with that one, but I really enjoy doing it. I really loved hearing people's stories about the show, how they got into it, how they really wanted to kind of like do better, how people became got black belts in karate because of this one TV show. And I love the fact that this has happened, that Power Rangers has been able to open the doors for multiple people to come together to enjoy a show that is completely different every single year. And now that we're coming to the end, we know that the show is stopping for a while until the reboot. But can you imagine, like, not many shows, like apart from, like, say, Doctor Who, I don't know many TV shows, and The Simpsons, that have reached 30 years of constantly being on TV as well as being on a streaming network. Like, this is something that is absolutely kind of amazing. I've met some of my heroes, the actors. I've met people that I think are just absolutely fantastic and have done so well in life. Like, I remember going to Power MorphCon for the first time in 2007 and seeing everything there, then kind of going every single 2 years to Power MorphCon because it's one of my favorite conventions. I've only ever missed a few, but I generally have always loved Power Morphicon. It is something that is just absolutely fantastic in my eyes. I've interviewed multiple actors and I've been able to share some memories, some fantastic moments, and become friends with some of them. I'm liking the fact that this show has done crazy things over the years and is still going to this day and will continue to carry on. Even though brand new stuff may not be coming as quickly as normal, we still have comics. Like with the comics, I really enjoyed them, some of them anyway. But I remember trying to order them from my local comic book shop when it was around. And I remember talking to this guy who worked there. And I was like, can I order like every single month Power Rangers? And he was just like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, why? He's like, well, it's probably going to finish. I know it's going to have like 1 or 2 more issues and then we'll never see it anymore. So we don't really want to kind of order it in, or it was something like that. And I was like, no, I see this going for a lot longer. He was like, nah, I know what the market's like. I know my comics, like this is going to die down. Yeah, it's still here. It's on issue 111 so far. It's been going for so many years. I think you were wrong. But effectively, the comic books are going to be the only medium that I really enjoy at the moment. Like, I'm going to consume them as soon as they come out. But the show, I have never seen a show like it. I haven't seen anyone really kind of copy it. It's this unique, amazing TV show that I will always love, and I always respect due to who I've met, my friends, people I've gone to conventions, how it's helped me on YouTube as well. I just love this brand. Like, my love for Power Rangers will always be there. But again, I'll bust the balls of Hasbro or whoever if you make mistakes and you need to be called out. But in theory, I will always have love for this show. This show is amazing. I think it is fantastic, and it has helped me kind of grow, kind of get out there to talk to people and to interview stuff. And I think that this will always be the best program out there. One of my all-time favorites, up there with Star Trek. Happy birthday, Power Rangers. I hope you have an amazing run. I hope you continue to entertain multiple people in the far-off future. But again, thank you very much, Power Rangers. You are absolutely awesome. And yeah, you have changed my life more than once. So yeah. So what do you think about Power Rangers? How long have you been a fan of Power Rangers? Have you enjoyed it? Have you hated it? What have been your best and worst moments of the brand, the franchise? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like this sort of video, hit the like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out the channel memberships. And with that, I am going to leave it there. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat. Your help does go a long way to support the channel. And if you want to consider helping the channel, then links to my Patreon as well as the channel members are listed below.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。